With this, I would want to invite Mr. Joshi to elaborate on how DRE products can help on-ground users to leverage their socio-economic status, and you support. I mean, because you support so many DRE players, can you also throw some light on the policy recommendations to strengthen the ecosystem and keeping in mind climate justice? Um, so yes, over to
Absolutely.
you.
Thanks, Mega. And it's wonderful to hear everybody before me. I think they have covered a lot of different segments under DRE and its journey up till now over here. But like you said, I think I would like to mix climate, economics, and social part together, because that's where energy plays a very critical role, and that's why at Clean we believe that the amount of work that is being done by our members or any DRE practitioner out there sort of in a way democratizes the choice. The choice is not about democratizing whether I have access to energy or not, whether it is good quality or not, whether it is sufficient or not. I think it creates a choice for an individual, a family, an enterprise, or any other institution to really make a choice on how they want to grow using this demand for energy. And that is something that we have seen that decentralized renewable energy really provides, because it can be easily customized to it. We have seen some very good examples on field by work done by mini-grid players, microgrid players, standalone players, solar or any other different DRE technology, where simple economic benefit that comes to the end user is one, of course, extended hours of business. But over the last few years, we have also seen that DRE has also extended the overall footprint of that particular enterprise, or ability for those enterprises or even individuals to really grow in the socio-economic culture. Take an example of another work that one of our members has done on the solar dryers, where installing a solar dryer has not just increased the operating hours for them to dry, let's say, cardamom or pineapple or even meat, but that has given them the ability to increase their income to about by about 7,000 per month, bring down the entire ROI for getting financing for such equipments to as down as 1 or 2 years, compared to what it would have been earlier, up to about 3 to 4 years. And that is where we are seeing strong change on the ground when we look at DRE socio and economic part of it. Another segment in socioeconomics which we don't really look very keenly is also the gender equity part of it, and we have seen that DRE has played a significant role even there. We have seen again several examples, right from blacksmith to potteries to sewing machines and spinning and reeling machines, where because of the burden, or I would say the drudgery that was involved previously, a DRE solution or adapted solution removes that drudgery and sort of allows both genders to play equally in terms of creating better economic opportunities for themselves and sort of grow in that society. So again, I come back to the whole thought about that DRE. I agree. There is grid, and what role will DRE play? DRE will play this role of creating new options and opportunities, like we have, fortunately, sitting in large cities. Today, during this pandemic, we all are sitting in good cities, and we have an option of A hospital or B hospital where we want to go. But when you think about rural communities, they have to think about number of kilometers afar that a rural hospital probably would have energy at that given point in a more qualitative aspect as well, and the kind of facilities that the rural healthcare clinic can afford because of that access to energy, or the kind of infrastructure that they can afford compared to the energy requirements that they have. So that is where I believe there is a strong role that clean energy can play, is playing, and sort of is where it can expand. I'll touch upon policy a little bit later, at the maybe the last minute of it. But when I think about looking at how climate plays, or DRE plays a big role in climate action, a large part of DRE examples we have been seeing is in the plains of India, if I have to say. But the moment you look at coastal regions, the moment you look at the mountain terrains or the hilly terrains, where climate impact is really creating a lot more damage, in a way, I believe climate justice can be reduced by introducing more strongly DRE solutions. Why should just a coastal community or a hilly terrain lose their livelihoods, lose their loved ones, their livestock, their entire life quality, because climate change is affecting a larger world, and not really getting affected similarly in urban areas like where we are. So I think climate justice DRE can play a role by introducing DRE solutions, in those areas. So be it for, I think even in the previous panel we saw how small landholders can really use DRE to focus on creating better yield and better output and better income and better economic and social value for themselves. Similarly, if I think about the overall quality of life as well, where even something as basic as heating systems, demand for that is going to grow. As we see the effects of climate change increase, either it will be a rapid or increased in lower temperatures, or really harsh summers, and that is where you will see more and more demand for energy really come through, where DRE again can play a role in a very decentralized manner. Uh, Keeping an eye on the time, a quick 4 points for what we believe that policy can bring a change. Up till now, policy has been focused on Ministry of Power or MNRE, with the focus point of getting recognition for DRE. But I think there is high time that it has to move beyond energy ministries or other departments. We need to make sure that Ministry of Rural Development, healthcare, agriculture, textile, everybody, MOEFCC need to recognize the potential that DRE brings onto the table, and both long-term potential and short-term potential. I think the other big move or activity that Clean is also involved along with its partners and members is to sort of also narrow down that conversation from state level engagement of its energy departments or SRLMs to at the district or even the panchayat level, to make sure that whatever plans they are developing, whatever growth activities they are planning, DRE becomes a crucial aspect of that decision making, a crucial aspect of budget allocation. Now, those kind of policy initiatives will also bring confidence for financial institutions, donors, CSR as well, to really come and invest and participate in it. And that is where I also come back to one small point about finance, how finance needs to be completely rethought through, restructured, so that it can understand that risk is not just about ROI and repayments. There is a huge risk behind that impact that climate change is going to create on many of these vulnerable communities, which also need to be factored when they look at the overall risk and what DRE sort of brings onto the table to mitigate those risks. So with that, I think that's a quick snapshot and run through of what at Clean we believe in, and what we have been looking at when we think about democratizing energy, when we think about climate, social and economic aspects of it. I
All
hope that
right.
that's helpful.
That's great.